Dolphins fans, welcome into Dolphins Today. I am Will Scott. We are live, just like we are every Thursday. We appreciate you guys always tuning in. We got producer Jeremy Chuggs with us. We'll get him on in a second. I see Shiesty Miami in the chat. Sherry May, NFL Productions. Chris, the weird PPP, Night 13. Bill Lyon saying Q's is in the house. You love to see it, Bill Lyon. We appreciate you tuning in. NFL Productions is here as well. Shout out your city down in the comments section as we welcome in producer Jimmy Chuggs. Chuggs, happy opening day, my friend.
Oh, happy opening
day,
Will.
I see Shiesty Miami saying the Marlins play today. Shout out my guy, Willy Gariel. Hopefully he plays well for the Marlins.
Put me in, coach.
I'm ready to play today. Bum, bum. Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play today. NFL Productions saying Miami.
Field.
Kelly from B-Town.
B-Town.
NFL Productions is in Miami.
Chris
Diaz
from Auckland. Is that Australia?
I don't know where.
Auckland?
Yeah, let's know where that is, Chris. Look it up, Chunks.
Auckland. Ooh, I was close. In New Zealand.
New Zealand. Okay, very nice.
New Zealand, mate.
New Zealand. Sherry
Crikey.
May watching from Florida's Space Coast. You love to see it. We have Diaz in Fort Myers. Lecanto, Florida, says Andrew.
Duke Tomlinson from Australia. G'day.
Michael Turner saying he's in Denver. Vince Menendez in Atlanta. Timothy Washington saying North Charleston, South Carolina.
Is that where they did
the
One
house.
Tree Hill?
Is that right?
Maybe. I don't know.
Isn't there a guy with the last name Scott in that show? That's what I hear.
There's two.
That's what I hear. Vincent saying Fort Bragg.
Thank
Mike
you for your
Segura,
service.
yes, thank you for your service, Vincent. Mike saying El Paso, Texas.
Ooh, some great Mexican food there.
Monetized Freedom, Boiling Springs, South Carolina.
Ooh,
Very nice.
Wee.
Shout out your city. Keep shouting out your city. Trayvon is in Indianapolis. Hey, it's opening day. Happy opening day to all of you watching. Shout out your favorite MLB team.
Ooh,
Chuggs and I, we have the same favorite MLB team.
Lofi from Cocoa Beach. I actually went there on vacation once.
Oh, very nice.
Very nice beach.
Knight's a Red Sox fan. Mike is watching from Vegas. NFL Production saying, go Marlins. Go Fins. And go Fins. Go Marlins. Chef Juice, Florida Marlins fan.
Chris, a Blue Jays fan. Very exciting team. Very young, exciting team. The Yankees.
Big win for the Yankees today. 5-0. Garrett Cole looked pretty good.
Dodgers. Ooh, James said he got his draft hat yesterday. Hey,
thanks, James.
If you want to get your draft hat, we have them on deck for you,
Yes.
Will.
Yes.
Where can they find the draft hat?
They can go find the draft hat. And I know James says he got his. A lot of people have gotten them. Chatsports.com/Dolphins draft. Go and pick them up. I love the draft hats this year. Go and get yours. Chatsports.com/Dolphins draft. Keep shouting out your favorite MLB team. Michael saying Dodgers. NFL Productions, I would agree. Best hat out there. Mike Segura is a Dodgers fan. We have Michael Turner saying Red Sox, West Ham, Capitals, and Fins. Mauricio saying all about the Marlins. Chris Downey saying go Nationals. You related to Tom?
Oh, really a 180 turn since
It's been crazy, man.
Since they won the World Series. It's really been.
Hey, Chuggs, I heard we have the same favorite team.
We do.
And I heard that team did pretty well for themselves last year.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at them, pretty good. Not gonna lie, pretty good.
Chuggs and I are Stros fans. Don't unsubscribe. We love the Stros.
Should be another
Kelly
good one
saying
though.
go Marlins. NFL Production saying go Marlins and Fins up. You got that right.
There we go. And not only do we, give you great Fins content on here, We're also the most fun and interactive
Yes.
Dolphins channel
No question about it.
on the tube of you.
So here is our super chat menu. $2 for a shout out, $5 for the fight song, $10 for a wheel spin. We're going to have some fun. We'll spin the wheel.
I just made the wheel. Will hasn't even seen what's on the wheel.
I have not seen the wheel yet. I have no idea what's on the wheel. A lot of fun stuff, though, I'm sure is on the wheel that was made by our very own Jeremy Chug. So $10 for a wheel spin. We like oh, shoot, Chugs, my bad.
No, you're good.
We like to have some fun here with the wheel spin.
Let me see. I think I could pull up the wheel if y'all at home want to see the wheel. Oh, I just need to crop it. Can we? Nope. Here we go. Crop. Yeah, there we go. There we go.
Oh.
Here
All right, let me see
is
this
your
wheel.
Dolphins wheel.
That's a lot. I see multiple wheel shots on there. I see Will Gritty. Oh, we got a Chugs beer boots on there.
Chug's boot.
There's nothing like a Chugs beer boot.
I am gonna
nothing
say
like it.
I am gonna say once the boot hits, I'm taking it off the wheel. You're only getting one $10 boot. Once the boot hits, it's off the wheel.
Yeah.
But hey, the more wheel spins, the more likely we hit it. Maybe we don't even hit the Chugs boot on the wheel.
Yeah, we'll see. Remember that
I don't know.
1 week we kept hitting Chug shots? Like 5 in a row?
Ridiculous.
5 in a row?
There's a
you
couple.
thought I was drinking that. I was not.
There's a couple Chug shots on there. There's some sips. Willy Fins. We have a couple songs on there. A little karaoke.
Obadiah Toy World saying, watching from Charleston, West Virginia, go Dodgers. What's the baseball team in? Oh, Michael wants to see the wheel spin.
And
first super chat. First super chat from Michael. Michael Quesnell. First super chat. $10. Shout out, Michael. First super chat.
First super chat ever.
First super chat. Michael, thanks so much, my friend. Everyone type Michael in the chat. First time super chatting here on Dolphins Today. We'll get to that wheel spin in a second. Michael, who's your favorite MLB team, man? Let us know. We'll shout out. Oh, you said Dodgers. Or no, wait, that was somebody else. Michael, let us know your favorite MLB team.
I swear, if the first one comes up with Chug's boot, I'm going to be in shambles.
All right, here we go. Chug's boot. Chug's boot. Chug's boot. Chug's boot. Chug's boot.
You want to count it down for me?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Spin the wheel. Spin the wheel. Spin the wheel. Spin the wheel. There's no place I'd rather be than watching my Fins in Miami. Here on Dolphins Today with my crew.
And if I had one wish come true, the Dolphins would get the win again. I wiki wiki my lohi lohi. I wiki wiki my lohi lohi. I wanna see a Tua touchdown drive. Ba 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 da ba 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 da ba ba ba.
I wiki wiki my lohi lohi. I wiki wiki my lohi lohi.
I wanna see a Tua touchdown drive.
You love to see it. Hey, Michael, I normally do not drink at 3:10 Central Time on a weekday, but I'm doing this for you.
You don't? That's crazy.
I'm doing this for you. Strawberry lemonade Truly action here.
You picked it.
Little opening day Truly.
Little opening day.
Opening day Truly. What is that?
My energy drink of choice.
Oh, nice.
You might have been seeing me drink it around the office today. Let me know the U in the Final Four.
Hey, it's all about the U. It's all about the U. It's all about the U. Go Canes!
How many of y'all got the U winning the Final Four this year? It's in our neck of the woods. It's in H-Town.
It's in H-Town.
Who's winning the Final Four? Do you think it's Miami? Do you think it's another Florida school? FAU.
Ooh, we got two South Florida teams.
Could it be FAU?
Hey, you know what I'm rooting for? An FAU versus Miami final.
That would be lit.
Represent South Florida.
Other two teams in there.
Oh no! It's all about the U. It's all about the U. It's all about the you.
Aldo.
It's all about the you. Aldo. Hey. Aldo. Hey. We need to come up with a new song for Aldo. We've been going back to that. You have anything in mind?
Oh, I have to think. But hey, that's
Aldo,
that's
$20.
two.
That's 2 spins.
That's 2 wheel spins.
That's 2 spins saying it's all about the you. Fun fact, Aldo, I almost went to the U. I was very close. Did you know that?
I did not.
So look at this. I'll show you this picture.
All right, while you look up the picture, first wheel spin for Aldo. All right. No boot. No whammies.
Oh! I thought it was going to be a boot. Hey, Aldo. Hey, you know what? I'm taking a shot for you. And show Aldo this picture. Your camera. Look at that. Oh.
That
was me on my college visit, Aldo. Me on my college visit. Put that full screen. You see that put that full screen. Oh man, that's great. Aldo, that was me on my college visit, man. I looked at the University of Miami. I almost went to the U, man. So I'm rooting for you guys. Man. Shout out Aldo. I'm taking a shot for Aldo right now. All right, here's the second one. Here we go.
And here we
go.
No boot.
Boot. Oh, he's taking a shot. Oh, he's got lucky.
Jalen walked up to the line of scrimmage and he said to Tua Tagovailoa, "Hey, bop, 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 wanna score?"
And Tua said, "Yeah, I'd like to score today." So guess what? He threw me the ball and I ran all the way.
Bop, 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 and he waddled away. Waddle, waddle.
And he waddled away.
Waddle, waddle, waddle.
And he waddled away.
Waddle, waddle.
Till the very next play.
Bop, 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 bop. Beautiful, beautiful song. And it's going to be a beautiful show today. 2 mailbags. So start using those hashtag Dolphins in the chat. Ask
Kurt LaPlante. What's up, Kurt LaPlante?
Ask our fearless leader, Will Scott, any Dolphins question
This is
you
for
want.
Aldo. Cheers to Aldo.
All hail Aldo. Yeah, drop your penguins in the chat, beast. Drop your penguins in the chat. And drop your hashtag Dolphins in the chat for today's mailbag.
Dolphins. Oh! That's another 20 from Michael. And that means 2 more wheel spins.
All right, can you go ahead and read this one for
Look
me?
at my guy Sammy, he's here. Hippo character falling to the ground in a dramatic way, bursting into tears with the words epic fail in the background. We appreciate you,
All right,
Michael.
here we go. No boot,
Here
no boot, no
we
boot, no boot,
go.
no boot, no boot.
Boot.
Okay, we're good.
Oh my God.
We're good.
That's another one?
Will shot.
That's already 2 shots.
All right, here we go. And one more spin for Michael. No boot, 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 no boot.
Jalen
walked up to the line of scrimmage and he said to Tua Tagovailoa, "Hey, bop, 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 wanna score?"
And Tua said, "Yeah, I'd like to score today." So he threw me the ball and I ran all the way.
Bop, bop, bop.
And he waddled away.
Waddle, waddle.
And he waddled away.
Waddle, waddle, waddle.
And he waddled away.
Waddle, waddle. Till the very next play. Bop, 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 bop.
Let's go.
Oh, your guy, Chad Jones.
Who? Chad Jones. Who?
Chad Jones.
All right, I got to say this. So, remember when we had people guessing the first free agent the Dolphins were going to sign, and they would win this jersey? Well, nobody guessed Mike White, and then nobody guessed the next guy. But the first name that people had right was Nick Needham, and there was 2 people that guessed Nick Needham, and I'm going to say those 2 people right now. So I'll say the first one first because the second guy is here. I know this. So I'm just going to make sure I have this right.
Please tell me it's not gone fishing.
It's not gone fishing. Stuart.
The real ones know.
Stuart Huffner and Chad Jones. So if Stort is here, let me know in the chat. You have until the end of the show. But if you are not here, this jersey's going to our guy, Chad Jones.
Who?
Chad Jones.
Who?
Chad Jones. And if Stort is here, we're going to have a wheel spin at the end.
Oh, wow.
To decide between Chad Jones and Stort.
Wait, who?
Chad Jones. Chad Jones.
Let's go. Coming up on today's show, up next, the latest Dolphins news and rumors. We have not one, not two, but actually, yes, it is 2 Dolphins mailbags and a mock draft reaction. The Dolphins only have 4 picks. Who did ESPN think the Dolphins are going to take this year? Find out later in the show.
We're going to break down that mock draft reaction. Let's get into that first segment. How does that sound, Jeremy Jones?
I think it sounds great. How does that sound to y'all? If you're ready for the first segment, like the video. If you've liked the video, type like in the chat so we know you've liked the video.
Like the video.
Like the dang video.
We only have 40 likes right now. That just can't happen. We're only at 40 likes.
I'll give you all this, and I'm going to put 1 minute on the clock. If we can get to 100 likes before we start the show, I'll do a free wheel spin.
Okay. If we get to 100 likes, we got, 1 minute on the clock?
1 minute on the clock.
Mike Jones is here. Who? Mike Jones! Still tipping, Mike.
Tipping on fofos.
I love that song.
Tipping on fofos. Wrapped it fofos. And here we go. We are about halfway through the minute. Can we get there? We're at 57 likes. I don't know, Jim.
Come on.
I don't know,
Let's
Jim.
Let's get to 100 likes. Let's get to 100 likes for a free wheel spin. Let's get to 100 likes. Oh! Chad Jones!
Wait, who?
Chad Jones! $10 super chat! All right.
Smooth.
Spin the wheel.
As Tennessee whiskey.
Spin the wheel. Spin the wheel. Super chat's as smooth as Tennessee whiskey. As sweet as strawberry wine. He's a legend here on Dolphins Today. He's Venmoing and he's super chatting all the time. We appreciate Chad Jones. Here we go. Ready for this?
You ready?
Spin the wheel for Chad Jones.
No boot, 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 no boot.
Boot, 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 boot. Oh! Take a shot. Jeremy Jones.
Okay.
For Chad Jones.
Okay. The more times we spin the wheel, the more times I'm going to get scared because I feel like it's going to come up at one point.
Oh, my gosh.
Every $10, we're spinning that bang.
Exactly, Vince Post. Exactly. Finally, Jeremy chugs drinks. I was drinking for the first part of this. All right.
That was not as smooth as Tennessee whiskey.
No. Definitely
Or
not.
Definitely was not as sweet as strawberry wine. Just saying.
Hey, I'm having a strawberry lemonade seltzer for you, Chad Jones.
Hey.
It's not strawberry wine, but it's close.
All righty. We ready to rock?
Let's get into that first segment,
I want to rock.
Here we go. First segment talking about the latest Miami Dolphins news and rumors. And this first segment is brought to you by our friends over at Manscaped. We're talking about the latest Miami Dolphins news and rumors on today's show. And this show is thanks to our friends over at Manscaped. You go to manscaped.com and use promo code Dolphins. You're going to get 20% off plus free shipping on all their products, including their new beard hedger. We'll tell you more about that product later on in today's show. Dolphins fans, welcome into Dolphins Today. Here's what's coming up on today's show. Could a Christian Wilkins extension happen soon? We're going to discuss that possibility. Mike McDaniel was actually asked about that at the league meetings. And then one of the best tight ends on the market. Did he turn the Dolphins down? We will discuss that. And should the Dolphins draft a center? Could they draft a center in next month's draft? We're going to talk about one of the best centers that the draft has to offer, and he has been linked to Miami. But before we get into that, be sure to subscribe to the channel if you're a true Dolphins fan, because we bring you daily videos, and we go live every single Thursday as well. We're a year-round channel here on Dolphins Today. So subscribe to the channel if you're all about the Fins. one of the big storylines of the offseason, obviously, has been a possible Christian Wilkins extension. We've talked about it really since last offseason. They picked up the fifth-year option last offseason. I think we're all hoping for a Wilkins extension soon for a multitude of reasons. Number one, he's just a great player, great locker room presence, fan favorite. But it would also clear a lot of cap space, which is what the Dolphins need right now. Here's what Mike McDaniel told the Sun-Sentinel about that possibility at the league meetings. That's a priority of ours, and that's something that a group of people have to work together to do something that makes the most sense for the individual and the team. That process will be steadfast, but it's a priority of ours. I know Chris Greer and I know Brandon Shore are working on that, as well as Christian's representation. Mike McDaniel added that there's been, quote, constant conversations about a Christian Wilkins extension. And just based on that, it sounds like that this could get done sooner rather than later. And Wilkins had a career year this past season. And, you know, I said last offseason when they picked up the option that this was a win-win, because if you're the Dolphins, you keep Wilkins under club control for another year, but if you're Wilkins, you have another year to up your value, and that's certainly what he did, nearly 100 tackles, which is unheard of for an interior defensive lineman. 16 tackles for loss, 7 quarterback hits, 3.5 sacks, the best year of Christian Wilkins' career to date. Get this done, Chris Greer, please, because when you're talking about Wilkins, he is one of the most valuable members of this defense. Like I said, beloved in the locker room, beloved amongst the fan base, and you don't have any cap space right now. You can create some much-needed cap space putting pen to paper on a Christian Wilkins extension. Pay him what he's worth. I'm expecting a deal somewhere in the $15 to $16 million per year range, if not more than that. We'll see. His value has certainly gone up in the last year. Show some love to Wilk. Spam 94. For our guy number 94 down in the comments section. You can type it multiple times. Go down there, show some love to Christian Wilkins. Type 94 down in the comments section for our guy Christian Wilkins. Coming up next on today's show, did a free agent tight end turn down the Dolphins, and which team did he choose instead? And we'll discuss that coming up on today's show. But first, I want to tell you about our friends over at Manscaped. Y'all are probably saying, Will, your beard has looked a lot better lately. Yeah, that's because of the Manscaped Beard Hedger. Spring is sprung, and our friends at Manscaped have the best tools for some spring cleaning. They've already helped you tidy up, your body's basement, right? But this year, Manscaped can help you get the perfect presentation on that beautiful face with the new Beard Hedger Pro Kit. Make sure you look your best this spring using code Dolphins to get 20% off and free shipping at manscaped.com. Using promo code Dolphins. It's time to tame your mane with the Beard Hedger Pro Kit. The sun is peeking back out, which means you'll have to show your face in the daylight again. So use the kit to make sure your scruff looks award-winning, whether you got glorious beard flow or some smooth, sleek cheeks. The kit's going to come with the Beard Hedger. It's also going to come with beard shampoo and conditioner. Also, some beard oil and beard balm. Love the Beard Hedger. I use it all the time. And what I really like about the Beard Hedger is it has a lot of different lengths for you to choose from. I remember my old beard trimmer that was obviously not Manscaped because my beard was not looking as good as it currently is. But it didn't have any lengths to choose from. So it was either taken off way too much or not enough. This is perfect because you can kind of go back and forth here. I typically go 3.5 or 3. If you have a nice thick beard like Harrison Graham, host of Bears Now, maybe go a 10. Or if you just want a 5 o'clock shad, you can go all the way down to a 1.5 or a 1. But I love this Beard Hedger. You just clip it on nice and easy, very easy to use, and it's going to take great care of your beard. 20% off plus free shipping at manscaped.com using promo code Dolphins. That link and promo code in the comments and the description of today's video. I mentioned we're going to talk about Irv Smith Jr., but first, let's talk about the possibility of drafting a center because Sports Illustrated named Minnesota center John Michael Schmitz as a possible Dolphins draft target. And John Michael Schmitz is probably the best center in this draft class. So landing him would be awesome if he fell to 51, which is, of course, the Dolphins' first selection in the second round. Here is what Dante Colinelli of SI said about John Michael Schmitz in the fit. Connor Williams arguably had the best season of his career at center last year. The prospect of moving him isn't ideal, but he played left guard, one of the Dolphins' two biggest holes on the offensive line, for the first 4 seasons of his career. Additionally, Williams is scheduled to be a free agent next season. Adding John Michael Schmitz would lessen the pressure of having to bring Williams back. And I could not agree more with this. I think there's a lot of benefit to drafting a center this year. And like I said, he's the best center in this draft class. A 92.3 overall grade at Minnesota last year, 92.4 run blocking grade, and an 81 pass blocking grade. He is a fantastic talent, and the big question is he going to fall to the Dolphins? If he does, I would be very intrigued. Taking a look at some of the accolades, he was named to this past year's Senior Bowl, a 2022 first-team All-American, first-team All-Big Ten as well. 6 years at Minnesota and a 3-year starter. John Michael Schmitz would be a terrific pick if the Dolphins drafted him. Look, you could draft John Michael Schmitz, and he could be your center for the next 10 years, while moving Connor Williams to left guard and worrying about that next year. And you could also fill a big hole at left guard. Left guard might be your weakest position right now. And Connor Williams, as we saw in the first 4 years of his career, played that position and played that position at a high level. Here is what the Dolphins' offensive line would look like if you moved Connor Williams to left guard and drafted John Michael Schmitz to be the center. Teron Armstead, Connor Williams, John Michael Schmitz, Robert Hunt, maybe Austin Jackson at right tackle. I still think they're going to sign a right tackle to compete with AJ. But that offensive line already looks significantly better from what you have right now. And this is no disrespect to Connor Williams. Connor Williams exceeded my expectations this past year. He proved me wrong in a lot of ways. But he's a free agent after next year. You want to have a guy that you can trust for the foreseeable future. Snapping the football to Tua Tagovailoa. You can slide Williams to left guard and worry about that position next year when Williams becomes a free agent. But you have to do everything you can to improve the offensive line right now. You'd improve the offensive line by drafting John Michael Schmitz, who is the best center in this draft class. Should Miami draft John Michael Schmitz out of Minnesota? Type D for draft or type P for pass down in the comment section. Go down and let me know. Do you want to draft John Michael Schmitz? Let's talk about Irv Smith now, because he was a free agent target, someone that we talked a decent amount on the show. He says that he chose the Bengals over the Dolphins in free agency this year, turned down the opportunity to play with his former college teammate Tua Tagovailoa, those two good friends, and played together at Alabama. Here is what Irv Smith Jr. said about joining the Bengals. I felt like Cincinnati had the best chance to win a Super Bowl. Having a relationship with Jahmyr, getting to play with Joe Burrow and those guys speaks for itself. Great coaching staff. Zach Taylor was very adamant about me coming to the team, knowing what I can do to help the offense. And the proof is in the pudding at the tight end position. I feel like I'm almost the missing piece to get us that Super Bowl. Look, I mean, you can't fault him for choosing the Bengals. It's not like you went and chose a team, like the Colts that just have no shot to win. You can't fault him for choosing Cincinnati. Yeah, he would have had a good shot to win in Miami as well. But he says the reason he chose Cincinnati is because he felt like he had the best chance to win a Super Bowl there. You really can't fault him for that. You're talking about a team that's made 2 straight AFC championship games. But here is the Dolphins' tight end depth chart right now. You still signed a tight end in free agency. That was Eric Saubert, who's a good blocking tight end. You have Durham Smythe and you have Tanner Conner. You definitely need to add to this room. I don't expect them to do that in free agency, but I certainly expect them to do it in the draft, and you absolutely need to address this position in the draft. I know you only have 4 draft picks total, but you have got to use one of those picks on a tight end. Taking a look at some possible targets here. Some of these guys might be available second round. Others might be available in the third round. Darnell Washington, probably my favorite tight end prospect that's a realistic target here for the Dolphins. Luke Musgrave, also Sam Laporta out of Iowa, Tucker Kraft, and then Luke Schoonmaker out of Michigan. I think Washington goes round 2. I think Musgrave goes. I've seen some mocks with Musgrave going round 1. But I think he falls to round 2. Laporta probably goes late round 2. Tucker Kraft and Schoonmaker in round 3. So all those guys are possible Dolphins targets. I would be absolutely thrilled with Darnell Washington. Hopefully he falls to the Dolphins at 51 or they figure out a way to trade up for him. Which tight end do you want to draft? Go down in the comments section. Let me know which tight end do you want to take in next month's NFL draft. I just saw that, man. Jacob deGrom just gave up a home run. Was that the bomb? Wow. We got a super chat. BJ Ward, $5. We appreciate you, BJ. Saying, what do we do with the cap? Okay, what do we do with the cap we'll get for cutting Byron Jones? And like you say, all the things about when is a right tackle signing coming. BJ, we're going to save that for the mailbag. It's coming up right now. You have just skipped the line, my friend. If you super chat like BJ just did, you skip the line, and it'll be one of the first questions on our mailbag. If you want to get on our mailbag, use hashtag Dolphins, or you can skip the line with the super chat now. Michelle Walters is watching, saying, a bomb for bomb. For bomb.
Go Phillies.
Go Phillies, yeah.
We got a Phillies fan back in the office. I heard the clapping. I look up because I think our TV is like a little bit behind, and I just see an absolute bomb from bomb.
What if DeGrom just sucks in
That'd be the most
in Texas?
That would be the most Rangers thing ever.
I forgot Bruce Bochy's their manager.
Yeah, it doesn't matter who's the manager. Just a reminder, which actually for BJ
and Andrew. Here we go. Ready? There's no place that are at the beat. Oh, wait. Oh, shoot. Miami has the Dolphins, the greatest football team. They take the ball from goal to goal like no one's ever seen. They're in the air, they're on the ground, they're always in control. And when you say Miami, we're talking Super Bowl, because we're the Miami Dolphins. Hey, Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins #1. Hey, because we're the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins #1. We appreciate you. BJ and Andrew. Andrew saying, I really like Washington, but offensive line has to be the priority.
Those will be the first two questions.
We'll answer that on mailbag as well, but I agree, Andrew. Offensive line's got to be the priority.
Also, $2 for a shout-out. $5, like we just did, we will sing the Miami fight song. And $10, we have a pretty good wheel. I've been very lucky so far. Have not gotten the Chugs boot.
The more wheel spins, the better chance of there being a Jeremy Chugs boot. And there is nothing, I repeat, nothing like a Jeremy Chugs boot.
People are talking. People are talking. Have not hit the boot yet, but every $10 we're going to spin this thing like nobody's business.
Yes.
And not only do you get a wheel spin or a fight song or a shout out, if you super chat, you can immediately go to the front of the line in our mailbag.
Yes.
Where Will is going to answer your questions. So like I said earlier, use that hashtag Dolphins super chat because we're about to start.
Super chat a lot more. Get on the show. David Storm is watching. David Storm, we appreciate you watching from West Virginia. You know, every time David super chats, you know what we sing. I'm not even spoiling it for people that don't know.
Shinnetonka
Aldo saying, Marlins, I saw them.
Blue Ridge Mountains.
I saw them one time on opening day. I have a Miguel Cabrera Marlins shirt. Must be very valuable. That's dope. Didn't he win a World Series in his rookie year?
Take me home, country roads, to the place I belong, West Virginia. Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads.
Hashtag Dolphins or Super Chat to get on the mailbag.
Super Chat like Mo.
Get on the show. Oh, or ask Gosser and get on the show. Excellent. Ask Gosser, skip the line.
One more time before we start. Miami says Dolphins,
the greatest football team. They take the ball from goal to goal like no one's ever seen. They're in the air, they're on the ground, they're always in control.
What?
And when you say Miami, you're talking Super Bowl, because we're the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins #1. Hey, hey, because we're the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins #1.
All right.
Chat. Hey, Chat, we'll answer that question on the mailbag, and then we'll spin the wheel for you.
We'll spin the wheel right now for you.
We'll spin the wheel right now, actually. This is for Chad Jones. Who? Chad Jones. Spin the wheel.
No boot, no boot, no boot, no
boot,
boot, no boot, no boot, no boot, no boot, no boot.
Boot. Oh, Jalen walked up to the line of scrimmage, and he said to Tua Tagovailoa, hey, bop, 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 want to score? And Tua said, yeah, I'd like to score today. So he threw me the ball, and I ran it all the way. Bop, 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 and he waddled away, waddle, waddle. And he waddled away, waddle, waddle, waddle. And he waddled away, waddle, waddle. Till the very next play, bop, 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 bop. Let's go.
We're going to rock into our mailbag right now. Don't forget, hashtag Dolphins to get your question up on the screen. If anybody sends a 10 during the mailbag, we will spin the wheel after the cut is over.
Outstanding.
You ready, Willie?
Let's do it. Dolphins fans, welcome in to another edition of the Dolphins Today mailbag. I am Will Scott answering your questions during our Dolphins live show. If you missed our last live show, we go live every Thursday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. First question coming in courtesy of BJ Ward. We appreciate the $5 super chat. BJ shouting out 94 Christian Wilkins. And also asking, what do we do with the cap we'll get for cutting Byron Jones? And like you said, all the things, when is a right tackle signing coming? I hope soon, man. You know, the problem right now is they don't really have any cap space to sign somebody. But if you extend Christian Wilkins, like you're suggesting here, that'll certainly solve that issue. We're going to get nearly $14 million in cap space on June 1st when the Byron Jones cut becomes official. But the problem is you don't have that money right now. Now, last year, I mean, there were still some decent free agents available after June 1. Hopefully that's the case this year. Those are also probably going to go toward some rookie contracts. But hopefully the Dolphins are able to, put that money to good use that they get from the Byron Jones cut on June 1st. We appreciate the question, BJ. $5 from Andrew Rossi saying, I really like Darnell Washington, but offensive line has to be the priority. Andrew, we appreciate the super chat. And the question, my friend, yeah, I love Darnell Washington. He's probably a top 3 draft target for me when you're talking about the Dolphins at 51. But I couldn't agree more. Offensive line has got to be a priority. I really like Cody Mock. I really like Matthew Bergeron. Those are 2 guys that the Dolphins might target in the second round. If they go after a tight end, though, you have Washington. You have Musgrave. I think those 2 guys will be off the board before the Dolphins. But Laporta, Kraft, and Schoonmaker are also there. I mean, maybe you draft Mock or Bergeron second round, like you're suggesting, and then draft a tight end like Kraft in the third round. That's certainly a possibility, and Kraft could be an absolute steal. Really like him out of San Diego State. Escoz are $5. Thanks for the question in the super chat. If these are available at 51, who would you pick? Tight end, Darnell Washington. Running back, Charbonnet. Running back, Devin Achane. Offensive line, Steve Avila. Offensive lineman, Cody Mock. Good question. I draft Washington. I draft Darnell because I think all the other guys might be on the board there. If Darnell Washington somehow falls to 51, you got to take Darnell Washington. You're talking about a guy that is just a freak. I mean, he's huge. He can catch. He can block. He's athletic. He put up, I believe, the second highest athleticism score at the combine amongst any of the tight ends. So I really like Darnell Washington. I'd take him. If he's not on the board, I'd probably take Cody Mock. Also like Avila as well, though. Chad Jones, $10 super chat. We appreciate our super chat MVP, Chad Jones, asking, should Miami trade Cedric Wilson to get more draft capital, and could it give us more chances of getting more quality rookies? You know, part of me, Chad, wants to hold on to Ced because I know he's a lot better and can be a lot more productive than he was last year. But the other part of me is like, you really don't need him. You have Barrios, you have Ezukanma, you have Craycraft, you have some really good wide receivers behind Waddle and Hill, and then you can maybe get a 5th or 6th round pick by trading him and then shed $7 billion in cap space. So I would say yes to trading Cedric Wilson. I don't think they're going to do it, but if I'm in Chris Greer's shoes, I would certainly explore it. We appreciate the question, Chad. Frank the Tank, what's up, man? Is this Frank Fleming? Loved what Mike McDaniel had to say about Tua this week. Yes, I am being told by producer Jeremy Chuggs that he actually has what you're talking about built. And Mike McDaniel was asked about Tua Tagovailoa at the league meetings this week. Is producer Jeremy Chuggs is pulling that up. Here it is. We all have those moments where we're like, I don't know what's going to happen. Do you go into those moments with faith you're going to get it done, or anxiety and apprehension that you would fail? All I've gone through, all those moments with vigor and fearlessness of how I've been built up. So I saw Tua like that. How can we even approach the idea that we know what this player is when I don't know, from my vantage point, who does this guy have that believes in him? He has to know that someone is 100% in his corner, which is what I see a coach is. And no, dude, you can do it. I had to convince him that I believed in him so he, in turn, could allow himself to believe. Chills. I have chills, Jeremy Chuggs. I have chills. And basically what Mike McDaniel is saying there is like he's acknowledging it. Tua just didn't have a support staff. He did not have enough people believing in him. And this previous coaching staff, he was probably getting down about himself. Then he has a coach like Mike McDaniel that comes in, believes in him, knows that he's talented, and uses him the right way. Mike McDaniel is exactly what Tua Tagovailoa needed, man. I mean, thank God for Mike McDaniel. What's your confidence level in Tua Tagovailoa? Let me know down in the comments section. Scale it 1 to 10 down in the comments. What's your confidence level, Nuno? I'm at an 8 or a 9. I mean, we know he can ball. He just got to stay healthy. He just has to stay healthy. Fins up, $20 super chat. We appreciate that, man. Be surprised if we don't make a move for the offensive line. I heard they feel confident in who we have already. Shaking my head. It will not work. I'm shaking my head with you. I mean, Chris Greer has said that they believe in Austin Jackson at right tackle and they believe in Liam Eichenberg at left guard. I just don't know what they see there. Austin Jackson was showing some progress last offseason and in the preseason, but he just barely played this past year. And he's the most important position, arguably, on that offensive line at right tackle, protecting to his blind side. And then Liam Eichenberg was just a disaster at left guard. So I'm with you. It's not going to work. They got to do something. And what makes it even more frustrating, Fins Up, is the fact that you have this injury history from Tua Tagovailoa. You have these injury concerns. You have these concussion concerns. You got to keep Tua healthy. How do you keep him healthy? By improving the offensive line. They got to do something. $20 as well from Aldo. We appreciate you, Aldo. What will the Dolphins do if both Washington and Schmitz are available at pick 52? Who would you pick? That's a tough question. I'd pick Darnell Washington. I would be shocked if those guys are both available, and I know I keep preaching offensive line, but Connor did a good enough job there for me to pick Darnell Washington at 52 because you really need a tight end, and Darnell Washington would be the best tight end on your roster immediately, would probably have a pretty big role in this offense. I just think he's a good scheme fit as well. So I would take Darnell Washington there, Aldo. We appreciate the question and the super chat. Now, I know a lot of y'all closely follow the NFL Draft. Show it by subscribing to our NFL Draft channel, youtube.com/chatnfl. We're continuing to grow, and we're trying to see how many Dolphins fans we can get over to our NFL Draft channel, youtube.com/chatnfl. That is the sublink, and that sublink is going to be in the comments and the description of today's video. So go and subscribe to that NFL Draft channel. Chef Jew, we appreciate you, man. Mr. Will our GM Christopher Greer sign DJ Fluker or ART? A right tackle? I hope so, because I want the Great Wall of Miami. I'm all for building a wall, man, on this offensive line. That's just not something that we've done in the last couple of years with Tua Tagovailoa, and you've seen the injuries with him. I would love DJ Fluker. I'm actually working on getting DJ Fluker on the show. He followed me on Twitter the other day, so that's certainly a possibility. We're going to ask DJ Fluker if there's any interest from the Dolphins that he's received, because Chris Greer and Mike McDaniel were at that Pro Day at Alabama when DJ Fluker looked really, really good. If you haven't checked out my DJ Fluker video, I encourage you to go look that up. We talked about the possibility of signing him, but he's gotten himself back into shape. He looks really good, and I think that he would have a good chance to make this roster, maybe even get significant playing time if the Dolphins were to sign him. So I'm all for it. We appreciate the question, man. Carter Jones, who has the most to prove on the Dolphins this year? That's a great question. You might be surprised by my answer here. I would say Xavier Howard, and I understand that he's a proven player, 4-time Pro Bowler, but a lot of people are saying that this guy is washed, that he's not the same player. And I feel like he's going to have a lot to prove this year. I think he's going to prove a lot of people wrong. I still think he has a lot of juice in him. I think maybe Josh Boyer was more of an issue this year, but Xavier Howard in Vic Fangio's defense, I think, is really going to step up and have a big year for the Dolphins, be a lot better than he was last year. Who has the most to prove on the Dolphins next season? Go down in the comments section. Let me know, what do you think? Who has the most to prove on the Dolphins this year? Curious to hear what y'all think down in the comments section. Sherry May saying, any news on Cameron Fleming? In my opinion, the best right tackle still available in free agency, probably the best offensive tackle, period. No, nothing new. I haven't really heard the Dolphins link to him too much, but he's my number one free agent target for the Dolphins. He would be outstanding at right tackle. I mean, signing him and then drafting Cody Mock or John Michael Schmitz is as Dr. Drew said earlier, I mean, that's going to be the Great Wall of Miami if you can make that happen. Ben saying, I heard La'el Collins might be released by the Bengals. Do you prefer him or Jonah Williams? It's a great question. I mean, La'el Collins has more experience at right tackle, but Jonah Williams is younger. There's fewer injury concerns with Jonah Williams. I would say Jonah Williams, but I'd also be happy with La'el Collins. I think he'd be an upgrade over who you currently have at right tackle. Anthony Manzano, MOB, we appreciate you, man. If we stay at 51, who would you rather draft, Kraft or Schoonmaker? Because I'm going to stay away from Schoonmaker, because he's a carbon copy of Gesicki. I'm talking about Laporta. I would take Kraft. I really like Kraft. I feel like he's not getting as much buzz, as much hype, because he went to a small school at San Diego or at South Dakota State. So I feel like he's not getting as much buzz, but I feel like he's just as good as some of the guys that might go round one. I really believe that. Tucker Kraft would be an absolute steal in round 3 if you can get him. I don't know if I'd take him in round 2, because if Darnell Washington's off the board, I'd rather just take an offensive lineman. Be sure to give me a shout on Twitter. If you didn't get a question on this mailbag, just DM me on Twitter. I'll answer it there, at WillScott44 on Twitter. What's the breaking news? Yeah, I saw that. Nathan Peterman back to the Bears. I'm happy we have Mike White as our backup, guys. I'll say that.
All right, Will. I'm getting a little scared.
DeGrom is getting shelled.
I'm getting a little scared.
We have a couple spins to do right now.
We have 4 spins.
4 spins. Shout out to Fins Up and Aldo. We got 4 spins.
No boot.
Boot. You gotta be kidding me. It's gonna be Willie Fins.
Will shot.
Oh my God.
It's a Will shot.
You gotta be kidding me. This is
right.
shot number 3.
Whew. No boot.
Boot.
Oh, let's go.
You gotta be absolutely kidding me.
Let's go.
Are you rigging this?
Will shot.
Are you
That's
rigging?
2.
Are you rigging this? I think you're rigging
Will
this.
shot.
I think you're
Third
rigging
spin.
this. If this is Will shot, I'm leaving, and you're going to host the rest of the show.
Oh, wait, here we go. Ooh. Shot you choose. All right. Dolphins fans.
I wonder who they're going to pick. It's absolutely crazy. DeGrom is cooked. The Rangers still suck.
Rangers suck.
Oh my gosh.
It's been great knowing you.
Have fun with that 5-year deal.
Nice to see you, Rangers.
All right. 1 minute on the clock. You decide who's taking the shot.
Please vote Shugs.
Me or Will.
Vote Shugs. Please vote
100%
Shugs.
says Will
Please
so far.
Vote Shugs.
It's at the top.
Please
It's the
vote
poll.
Shugs. Oh, it's down to 60. Oh, Shugs is taking the lead. Shugs is pulling away. Vote Shugs. Vote Shugs. Vote Shugs. Vote Shugs.
Oh
I'm a great politician.
I hope y'all
I'm a
vote
great
Will.
politician.
I hope y'all vote Will just because of all this antics.
Vote Shugs. Vote Shugs.
All right, last spin. No boot, no boot, no boot, no boot.
There's no place I'd rather be than watching my fans in Miami. Here on Dolphins Day with my crew. And if I had one wish come true, the Dolphins would get the win again. I wiki wiki my lowy lowy. I wiki wiki my lowy lowy. I want to see a touchdown drive. Bop, 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 bop. Bop, 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 bop. I wiki wiki my lowy lowy. I wiki wiki my lowy lowy. I want to see a touchdown drive. Bop, 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 bop.
All right, there we go. That concludes our spins for right now. Haven't got the boot yet. Ooh.
No boots. Yet.
And then I'm guessing it looks like I'm going to give y'all a couple more seconds
This is shot number
to vote
one
on
for
the
me.
poll because I don't know if everybody's voted for Will yet who's wanted to vote for Will. A couple more seconds on the poll if you want to vote for Will to take a shot.
In the words of Trump, stop the count. Stop the count. 63% have Jeremy Chugs.
You
Stop
can-
the count.
You can make a
Stop
difference.
the count.
Every vote
Stop
counts.
the count.
Every vote
Stop
counts.
the count.
Every
Stop the
vote
count.
counts.
Stop the count. Stop the count. Stop the count. Call the race. I feel like AP's coming in and calling the race.
I don't know. People are starting to vote for Will.
There's not enough mail-in ballots. Call the race.
People
Call the race.
People are starting to vote for Will.
Stop the count.
Top of the chat. Vote in our live poll. It's closing in.
No.
It's closing
Stop
in.
the count. Stop the count. Stop the count.
I don't know, Will.
Stop the count.
I don't know.
Stop the count. Stop the count.
It looks like
I think it's over.
votes are coming in for Will.
I think it's over.
All right, we're going to count the last district. The last district is getting counted right now. Let me see. I don't know if everybody got their votes in. It's actually.
Nope.
It's close.
Nope.
Everybody get your votes in.
Nope. Nope. It's over. It's over. It's over.
Once we get to 50 votes.
It's
There's only
over.
37 votes.
It's over. It's
There's only
over.
37
It's
votes.
over. It's over. Stop the
I hope
count.
everybody who
Stop
votes
the count.
knows
Stop
that Will
the count.
didn't want your
Stop
vote
the
to count.
Stop the count.
Will did not
No.
Will did not want your vote to count.
All right, we got 7 more votes and then
Will
it's done.
did not want your vote to count.
7 more votes and then it's done.
No.
6 more votes. 6. I don't think. I
Vote
think.
for Will.
I don't
Vote
think.
for Will.
I don't
Vote
think we
for
have enough.
Will.
I don't think. Yeah. I don't think we have
Vote
enough
for
votes.
Will.
It's over. David
know.
Storm saying
5
it's
more
over.
votes for Will.
David Storm
5
is saying
more
it's
votes for
over.
Will.
David Storm is saying it's over. David Storm is saying 3 more. 60% Jeremy Chugs. AP has called the race. AP has called it.
Oh.
Cheers to that.
One more vote.
That's it. That's it. I'm ending the poll. Take the shot. Take the shot. Take the shot. Take the shot. Yeah! That was fun. That was fun.
Oh.
S. Gazer saying
was
most
clo- it was
approved
close-
Jason Sanders. That's actually a good one
It was
right there.
closer than the CNN projections let it on to believe.
That was closer than CNN projections, no question.
Not the first time we've heard that. S. Gazer, most approved, Jason Sanders. That's a good point.
Next time we should bring in Chat Sports political analyst Tyler Jones.
Oh, yeah.
During
Hey,
that.
Kurt LaPlante, a lot of hanging chads in Florida. There's the hanging chad. Do we revote?
No, there's no revote. You've already taken the shot.
Revote for the hanging
You've already
chads?
been sworn in. You can't revote now. You can't revote
hanging
now.
Chads. There was hanging chads.
No, stop the cap.
The chads were hanging, and it's in Florida.
Stop the cap. Oh my gosh. We have a mock draft to get into.
Yeah, see, Chad is hanging. Hanging Chads. We have some hanging Chad Joneses.
All right, let's go.
As the Rangers get absolutely blasted on opening day. What a horrible outing for the Arlington Rangers.
You really do hate to see it.
I mean, I don't, but that just means the tickets will be they won't be crazy priced whenever our Astros come into town.
Oh, Andrew Rossi, it's Andrew Rossi, it's Andrew Rossi, it's Andrew Rossi, Andrew Rossi, it's Andrew Rossi, it's Andrew Rossi,
hey.
it's Andrew Rossi, Andrew Rossi, it's Andrew Rossi, Andrew Rossi, it's Andrew Rossi. Shout out to Andrew Rossi. We're going to get your super chat on screen here in a second, Andrew.
Here we go.
Nah, Chugs, you drinking today. Spin that wheel. 2 wheel spins, courtesy of our guy Andrew Rossi. Go Man U, my friend. Go Man U. All right, here we go.
Nah, let's go Arsenal. League champs.
Spin the wheel.
No boot, 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 no boot.
Boot. Oh, no.
Keep on going, keep on going, keep on going, keep on going, keep on going.
Oh, Andrew Rossi, you were right. Chugs is drinking today. Oh, it's Kevin Fisher tonight. Oh, it's Kevin Fisher tonight. Oh, it's Kevin Fisher tonight.
All right.
Sending in those super
This is the
chats.
next spin for Andrew Rossi.
All right.
No boot, 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 no boot.
Boot.
Oh, no, not again.
Oh, let's run it back. Let's run it back.
Okay. Now, I know you voted last time, but maybe you want to change your vote. I think.
Nope. I'm running for re-election here. Chugs is going to get re-elected. Re-elect Chugs. Everybody vote for Jeremy Chugs.
All right, here we go. New poll up. Let me know who takes the shot.
Everybody vote for Jeremy Chugs.
Split. It's split.
Now,
hey,
are we doing the 50 votes thing again?
Vote for Will. Vote for Will.
Vote for Chugs.
Vote for Will.
I'm running away with this. Chugs at 70%. Keep voting for Jeremy. See, 70. This is a blowout election. Should we just call the race right now? I think we should just call the race right now.
50 votes.
75%. It is over.
All the early votes want me to drink. That's okay. But I think most of the people in the chat really want to see Will take a shot.
I don't think so.
That's what I've heard. A lot of people want Will.
I think the people have spoken. They're going to speak again.
Will actually is one of the best shot takers in the whole office.
That's just not true.
He is.
They don't call me Willy
Kevin
Shots.
Fisher. Cheers, fellas. When you look at our offense as a collective, it's hard to say we've gotten incrementally better. Which current offensive player takes the biggest leap this upcoming
That's a great
offseason?
question. We appreciate Kevin Fisher. Cheers to you, one of our most loyal subscribers.
We're gonna hit this in the mailbag
here
too.
on Dolphins Day. You know, we're gonna hit this on the mailbag, Kevin, but I'll answer it right now as well.
Make sure to vote for Will as well.
Current offensive player takes the biggest leap. You know what
Hopefully
I'm gonna say?
Hunter Long.
You know what I'm gonna say? Hunter Long is in LA.
Or not Hunter Long.
I'm gonna say I'm going to say Eric Ezukanma, who we didn't really see at all. I think he's going to have Easy-E. I think Easy-E's going to have a big impact.
I'm at the other.
Tight end? Tanner Connor?
Yes.
I love Tanner Connor. All right, let's spin the wheel while we keep waiting on these votes coming. 2 more wheel spins.
Yep.
Boot, boot,
No
boot,
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 no
boot,
boot, no
boot,
boot, no boot, no
boot, boot, boot.
Yeah, suck it, Will.
Nope. Willy Fins! Willy Fins!
Oh, my God. All right, here we go. No boot, no boot, no boot, no boot, no boot.
Boot, 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 boot. Oh, give me a gritty. Well, I'm definitely taking a shot. I'm definitely taking a shot now.
Will shot.
But you got to take one as well because you're at 66% in the vote.
Are y'all sure y'all want me to drink? Not all the votes have come in. You can still vote for Will. It's at the poll at the top of the page. You can still vote for Will to take a shot instead of me. Are you sure you want me to take the shot?
Yes, everybody's sure they want to see you take a shot.
I don't know if they are.
All right. I don't know if we're going to get to 50 votes here. So we're at 30 votes right now. I just think you should take the shot. I think the race is over.
Yeah.
We're calling the race. Calling the race.
Stop the count.
Cheers.
Unless. Yeah, stop the count. Okay. Andrew said Chug's doing that boot today. What do you think, chat? Hey, only if it lands on it. Every 10 is a spin.
Every 10 is a spin.
You saw it on there.
Every 10 is a spin.
You saw it on there. It's on there.
Yep, it's on there. 100%.
Ooh. And another super chat before we get into our draft segment from Fins Up.
Fins Up. For our most improved offensive player, I'm going to say Raheem Mostert breaks 1,000 this year if he's healthy. I like that answer as well. How about you put Fins Up on the mailbag right after Kevin Fisher? Does that work?
Yeah.
All right, excellent. We got that mailbag coming up after this mock draft.
We'll start with S. Gauzer, and then we'll go through those super chats. But first, we have a draft segment. Who did ESPN have the Dolphins taking in their 7-round mock?
7-round mock draft, and the Dolphins only have 4 picks, so I really like those 7-round mock drafts.
Not a lot of mocks that have all the Dolphins picks because a lot of them are 1-round, 2-round mocks.
Yes. And Dolphins do not have a first-round pick. So we're about to break down every single player that ESPN had going to the Dolphins in their 7-round mock draft. That's coming up right now on Dolphins Today. Dolphins fans, on today's show, we're talking about ESPN's 7-round mock draft and the players they had going to Miami. The Dolphins have a league-low 4 draft picks, but we're going to break all 4 of those guys down on today's show, the players that were mocked to Miami in ESPN's 7-round mock draft. Let me know down in the comments, who do you want the Dolphins to draft? Is it Darnell Washington? Is it, I don't know, John Michael Schmitz, another offensive lineman? Let me know down in the comments section. Who do you want the Dolphins to draft? Let me know down in the comments. Let's get into this ESPN mock draft. So the 2nd-round pick for the Dolphins at 51 is the Dolphins' first selection, and they have Alabama running back Jahmyr Gibbs going to the Dolphins in this mock draft, and Gibbs would be awesome. And I know that tight end is probably a bigger need. Offensive line is certainly a bigger need as well. But Jahmyr Gibbs would be really, really good in this Dolphins offense. Good pass catching back as well. You look at the stats. Average 6.1 yards per carry at Bama in 2022. 926 rushing yards, 7 rushing touchdowns, 3 receiving touchdowns, 444 receiving yards, 44 receptions for Gibbs on the year. And the Dolphins had 4 free agent running backs, and they surprisingly re-signed all of them. Raheem Mostert, Jeff Wilson, Salvon Ahmed, Myles Gaskin. And I think that rules out them signing another running back in free agency. But I don't think it rules out the Dolphins drafting a running back, and Jahmyr Gibbs would certainly be a good selection. I don't know if I would do it. It depends who's on the board, but he's certainly a great player that could contribute on this Dolphins team next year. Do you want the Dolphins to draft Jahmyr Gibbs? Type D for draft or type P for pass down in the comments section. It is the pinned comment on today's video. So when ad break comes, go down, chime in. Do you want to draft Jahmyr Gibbs? I certainly would not be against it. You know, it's funny. I could see the Dolphins drafting a running back in the second round. I could also see them not drafting a running back at all. Moving on to the Dolphins selection in round 3. Luke Schoonmaker, the tight end out of Michigan, mocked to the Dolphins here, third round, 84th overall. And it's certainly not surprising to see ESPN mocking a tight end of the Dolphins because the Dolphins need to draft a tight end. You have 3 tight ends on the roster right now. On the initial 53-man roster last year, you had 5 tight ends. Here are the tight ends the Dolphins currently have on the roster. Durham Smythe, Eric Saubert, and Tanner Connor. Of course, Mike Gesicki went to New England in free agency, so you certainly have to fill that void. Saubert's a good blocking tight end, but he's not going to put up big numbers. Schoonmaker certainly put up decent numbers at Michigan this past season. 12 games played, 418 yards, 3 touchdowns. He's been linked to Miami before, and he'd be a good selection here in round 3 for the Miami Dolphins. Certainly would not mind drafting a tight end there. Speaking of the draft, Dolphins draft hats have dropped. So go and pick yours up right now at chatsports.com/Dolphins draft. Love the draft hats this year. Probably the best I've seen in recent years. They also have this flat bill one as well. Chatsports.com/Dolphins hat. A lot of different caps to choose from. That link is going to be in the comments and the description of today's video. Go and check it out. Go and get your draft cap right now. I know a lot of y'all have taken advantage of that deal we're giving you guys. Chatsports.com/Dolphins draft. Moving on to round 6 now. 197th overall. Alex Forsyth, the interior offensive lineman out of Oregon, going to the Dolphins here in ESPN's mock draft. He is a center. And, you know, I always like it when a center is linked to Miami. Was a 3-year starter at Oregon. Just 1 hurry, no sacks allowed in 2022. Received a Senior Bowl invitation. Was on the Pac-12 first team this past season as well. So I'm looking at this guy. I'm looking at the accolades. I'm looking at the experience. I'm like, we could get him in the 6th round? I mean, this is a guy that could be your starting center maybe after Williams leaves in free agency, if Williams leaves in free agency next year. So I like this idea of drafting Forsyth, maybe having him be the backup center to Williams. And if Williams leaves in free agency or maybe struggles this next season, then he can be the guy. But certainly do not be surprised if the Dolphins draft a center. I know we've talked about John Michael Schmitz out of Minnesota maybe being the guy in the 2nd round. I'd be a little bit surprised if they drafted a center in the 2nd round because I don't think John Michael Schmitz is going to be on the board. But I do feel like the Dolphins are going to look to add some center depth because Michael Dieter left in free agency. You have Dan Feeney on this roster, but he can also kind of be a guard. I think Feeney has a good shot to be the left guard on this Dolphins team next season. So Forsyth maybe could be your backup center. And again, he did not allow any sacks this past season, Oregon. 3-year starter, first-team all-conference. He'd certainly be a really good fit on this Dolphins offensive line as a depth piece and could potentially be a 6th-round steal. Could MJ Anderson be a 7th-round steal? ESPN has the Dolphins taking him 238th overall with their 4th and final selection in this year's draft. I like Anderson as a prospect. 3.5 sacks this past season at Iowa State. 37 tackles, 9 tackles for loss. Going to be a day 3 guy, but certainly a lot of upside with Anderson, who put up pretty solid numbers this past season at Iowa State and could potentially be a guy the Dolphins target in the 7th round. Taking a look at the updated Dolphins defensive line depth chart. John Jenkins, he signed with the Raiders. A little bit disappointed to see him go, but certainly some decent options here when you're looking at maybe some day 3 guys in the defensive line, but you certainly need a little bit more of defensive line depth. As far as linebackers concerned, here's what that looks like. If the Dolphins maybe want to target a linebacker in the 7th round. Again, MJ Anderson, an edge rusher. You have Jalen Phillips as an edge rusher on this team, as well as Bradley Chubb. I do not expect Melvin Ingram to be back in free agency, but we will certainly see. Taking a look at the 4 draft picks for the Dolphins. Jahmyr Gibbs in round 2, 51st overall. Luke Schoonmaker, round 3, 84th overall. Alex Forsyth, the center out of Oregon, 6th round, 197 overall. And then MJ Anderson, the edge rusher out of Iowa State, 7th round, 238 overall. Grade ESPN's mock draft. What do you think about those 4 picks for the Dolphins? Type A, B, C, D, or F down in the comment section. What do you think about ESPN's mock draft? I'm going to give it a B. I like Jahmyr Gibbs. I probably would prefer a bigger need there in the 2nd round and then maybe take a running back in the 3rd round because this is a loaded running back class. I think you could get a guy like Sean Tucker, Tyjae Spears in the 3rd round. And then I just think there's better options at the tight end position than Schoonmaker. But he's going to be probably one of the better guys in the 3rd round. I think I like Tucker Kraft out of South Dakota State a little bit better. I do like those 6th and 7th round picks there, though. Certainly a lot of value with Forsyth and Anderson. Now, should the Dolphins draft a center with the first 2 picks? Type Y for yes or type N for no down in the comment section. Go down, let me know, should the Dolphins draft a center with their first 2 picks? Let me know. I would say it depends who's on the board. If John Michael Schmitz is there, then absolutely. Appreciate y'all watching today's video. We're certainly going to have you guys covered with a lot more Dolphins draft content. So go down, subscribe to the channel right now, youtube.com/Dolphins News. What do you think? Should the Dolphins draft a center with the first 2 picks? Y for yes, N for no. I would say, again, it depends who's on the board, Shugs. But John Michael Schmitz, if he's on the board at 51, I think you got to take him. Unless Darnell Washington's there. That's the one guy I might pass John Michael Schmitz for.
Yeah.
I really like John Michael Schmitz. And he could be your center for the next 10, 15 years. You know, it's like he could be your center for a long time.
Yeah, Chad Jones, it is looking like you're going to get the jersey.
As it stands right now, Chad.
Also, we had another super chat from Fins Up halfway through that. He's saying the tight end from Michigan, Schoonmaker, the guy has hands. He would love to see Schoonmaker go to the MIA.
No, Schoonmaker would be good. Schoonmaker would be good. If it's him or Tucker Kraft, though, I'm choosing Tucker Kraft, no question. Man, Fins Up, I wish that I could go to the games. I'm going to be in studio for all the games again. But certainly send me a pic of you at the game, and we'll give you a shout-out, Fins Up. $5 super chat.
And
$5 super chat, you know what that means. Miami has the Dolphins, their greatest football team. They take the ball from goal to goal like no one's ever seen. They're in the air, they're on the ground, they're always in control.
And when you say Miami,
you're talking Super Bowl, because we're the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins #1. Hey, hey, because we're the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins #1. Got another mailbag coming up. Use hashtag Dolphins or skip the line.
Am I going to get out of here without doing the boot?
I think we're going to do the boot.
I
think
don't
we're going
know.
to get enough spins.
Every $10 is a spin. Have not
Every
hit
10
the
for a
boot
spin.
yet. I was a little worried. I was going to get the boot with the first couple spins.
Look at the score now.
Oh, wow.
5-0 Phils.
Yeah, that stadium's clearing out pretty quick. Kelly, I like the question. You got to put hashtag Dolphins in your question so we can put it up on the screen. Oh, no.
Oh, I thought that was gone.
I thought that was a bomb.
Hashtag Dolphins or Super Chats.
I'm feeling very gracious that I'm not going to have to do the boot today.
You're talking a big game right now, Chuck.
I just have a
Don't underestimate Dolphins Today viewers.
I have a feeling like we're not going to get that many wheel spins, and I'm not going to have to do the boot.
We'll see about that. Come on, Fins fans. I want to see a Chugs boot. Boot in the suit. Boot in the suit. Oh, man. That's funny.
If I get the boot, if we land on the boot and somebody sends in a 50, then I'll do the boot in the suit.
Boot in the suit?
Do we have the suit here? You said you were going to wash it.
No, I have it. I need to wash it very badly, though. I need to wash it very badly. Hashtag Dolphins or skip the line with a super chat. Oh, here we go. Fins Up wants to see the boot. That's a wheel spin from Fins Up. Boot, 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 boot,
No
boot,
boot, no boot,
boot,
no
boot,
boot.
boot, 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 boot. Give me the boot. Come on.
No boot, 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 no boot. Oh, we're good.
You've got to be shitting me.
We're good. We're good. We're good.
This is like shot number 6 for me today.
Let's-
Chugs has 100% rigged this against me. He has 100% rigged this.
You can look up this on your own. It's called wheelofnames.com.
Cheers. I already had it ready to roll.
That's what we're using. Wheelofnames.com. Not rigged. Woo.
Hashtag Dolphins or skip the line with a super chat right now.
Right now.
Hashtag Dolphins or skip the line.
Wow. Rangers suck. Also, like I said, breaking news. Nathan Peterman going to Chicago.
Yes,
He's there.
The best quarterback in the National Football League. Going to win MVP next year.
I could see it.
All right, we're going to get into that mailbag.
Nola only has 40 pitches?
LSU legend. Guy's dealing right now.
All right. If you send in a 10, we'll spin the wheel after our mailbag. But like I said, it looks like I'm not doing the boot today.
No, we'll see about that.
Looks like I'm not doing the boot. Hey, ultra wheel shots and no doing the boot. This is like my Christmas.
This is I cannot say the same.
Oh God, I love to see it.
All right, here we go. Oh, Andrew Rossi, it's 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 Andrew Rossi. That's 5 wheel spins.
It's actually 6.
Oh, that's 6 because Fins Up's in it as well.
Andrew
my
said,
gosh.
I got you, Will. I'm making my own wheel, and they all say Das Boot. And then Fins Up. Sorry, Will.
That's all right.
Who do you think? Okay. We'll put that in the mailbag.
We'll put that in the mailbag as well.
Spin the wheel 6 times really quick.
Spin the wheel. Spin the wheel.
No boots. No boots. Come on, guys.
Boot,
No boots.
boot,
No
boot,
boots. No
boot.
boots. No boots. No boots. No boots. No boots. Oh, let's go! No boots. No boots. That's a wheel shot. 5 more. No boots, no boots, no boots, no boots, no boots, no boots. Oh, no. Let's go! William Scott. Here you go. Here's the beer bong. Mr. William. Here you go. Oh, shoot. We got another 10. So 5 more spins. Maybe this is just all Will shots.
This is absolute BS. This is
5
just
more
insane.
spins.
This is insane.
You did your shot, right, already?
No. I still have to do that.
Will shot. Will beer bong.
This is just
5
ridiculous.
more spins. No boot,
Oh!
no boot, no boot, no boot, no boot, no boot. Oh, give him a Willy Fins.
Willy Fins!
Crap.
Willy Fins!
9 more spins. I don't think I'm going to survive that.
Okay.
9 more spins.
Let's break these spins up. Let's do some of them after the mailbag.
All right, we'll do 4 more spins and then 5
4
after
more
the mailbag.
spins.
No boot, 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 no boot.
Boot. There's no place I'd rather be than watch my Fins in Miami. Here on the Dolphins did my crew, and if I had one wish come true, the Dolphins would get the win again. I wiki wiki my lowy lowy. I wiki wiki my lowy lowy. I want to see a touchdown drive. Here we go.
You want to get your beer boot set up. We're doing 3 more spins and then 5 after the mailbag.
Spin the wheel.
No boot, 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 no
boot. Please vote for Jeremy Chuggs. Please vote for Jeremy Chuggs. Guys, I need to finish the show. Please vote for Jeremy Chuggs.
Or
please vote for Jeremy Chuggs.
Or it'll be really funny if you vote for Will.
No, it's not going to be funny at all. You need to vote for Jeremy Chuggs like you've done the 2 previous times. Vote for Jeremy Chuggs, please. Vote for Chuggs. A vote for Chuggs is a vote for freedom. That's not fair. That's not fair. Oh, this is absolutely ridiculous. Okay, y'all all need to vote for Jeremy because what he did right now is absolutely ridiculous. Good. Look at that. The people understand. Landslide win. Landslide win.
2 more spins and then we'll do 5 after.
I owe y'all a shot.
Okay, here we go. No boot, 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 no boot. No boot. Okay, we're good.
No.
Oh! Will shot! I'll go ahead and in the poll. I'll do this first shot. It looks like I'm going to do it anyways. Will shot! Will shot! Will shot!
How is this possible?
1 more spin, and then we're going to do 5 after the mailbag, because I don't know if Will could take another 5 spins.
I have to finish this show.
All right, 1 more spin. We'll do the rest after the mailbag cut. No boot, 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 no boot. Oh.
Oh, my God!
Ah! 2 Will beer bongs. Andrew, nope, that is not true. I said if it lands on the boot and somebody sends in a 50, I'll do it in the Dolphin suit. I'll do the boot in the suit.
Okay.
That's what was said.
This is number 1.
Nope, Chad. Roll back the tape. Throw the red flag. Look at it. I said if it lands on Chug's boot and somebody sends in a 50, I'll do the boot in the suit. That's what I said. Go back and look it up. I know what I said. Look it up, Andrew. Go back.
This is number 2.
Oh, it's sweet as Tennessee whiskey. As smooth as Tennessee whiskey. Sweet as strawberry wine. He's the host of Dolphins Today, and he's chugging all the time. William Scott. Woo! All right,
Doing a
we're
beer
gonna do the
bong with
we're gonna do the
seltzer
other
is
5.
absolutely brutal.
We're gonna do the other 5 spins after the mailbag. After the mailbag, will I survive? Will I get out of it without doing the boot? I don't know.
I've done like 10 shots and 2 beer bongs, and you've done nothing. It's an absolute joke.
I don't know. All right. You ready for this mailbag, Willy?
I'm ready.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my
Hashtag
God.
Dolphins or Super Chat.
Hashtag Dolphins or Super Chat. I'm just, oh my God.
You're gonna have to move some of this stuff.
Okay.
Yep. There we go. Still right there. There we go. There we go.
Here we go.
Wasted Will. Wasted Will. Wasted Will. Wasted Will. Wasted Will is about to answer your questions in a 10-minute mailbag. So use hashtag Dolphins or Super Chat so Will can very, seriously answer all of your Dolphins questions. You ready, Will?
Yes.
Here we go.
Dolphins fans, you are watching another edition of the Dolphins. You need to stop laughing. Let's run it back. Okay. Dolphins fans, welcome in to this edition of the Dolphins Today mailbag. I am Will Scott, answering your questions during our Thursday live show. We go live every Thursday at 4 o'clock Eastern time. Hope you can join us for next week's show. Our first question is going to come in here in a second, but first, like this video if you are all about the Fins and want more daily Dolphins content. Hit the thumbs up icon below this video. Let's get to like 1,000 likes. I think all of you will enjoy our daily content here on Dolphins Today. S. Gazer, $5 super chat saying, most approved Jason Sanders. Yeah, I think that's a good one, and hopefully he's got a chance to prove himself, because there's a lot of speculation that since his contract is not fully guaranteed and there's no really cap hit, that he could potentially be a cut candidate. We will see, but I definitely agree with you. Look, Jason Sanders finished the playoffs with that kick against the Jets, and I said I'd never say another bad thing about Jason Sanders. So hopefully he balls out this year and gets back to the Jason Sanders that we saw a couple years ago. Kevin Fisher, $20 super chat. We appreciate you saying, cheers, fellas. When you look at our offense as a collective, it's hard to say we've gotten incrementally better. Which current offensive player takes the biggest leap this upcoming season? Yeah, it's a great question. Raheem Mostert had a decent year. Hopefully he stays healthy and has a really big year. I think he can. In terms of biggest leap, I would say Eric Ezukanma. Didn't even have a reception in his rookie season. We barely saw him. He was only active for, I think, 1 or 2 games. So hopefully he gets more involved. With no Trent Sherfield, I could see Eazy-E getting a lot of targets on this Dolphins team. I think the sky's the limit for him. Fins up, $5 super chat, saying the tight end from Michigan, hands down, Luke Schoonmaker, right? Yeah. And also, I'm going to a Miami home game this year. Man, we're going to be in studio for all the Dolphins games this year, but certainly let me know when you're at that game. Send me a pic on IG at Willy Fins, and I'll give you a shout-out from the game. But wish I could make it to Hard Rock, man. We'll try to make that happen eventually. Won't budge. Saying we're taking a Darnell Washington, Willie. Man, I hope so. I really like Darnell Washington, but after that spectacular combine that he had, I just don't know if he's going to be on the board at number 51. That's kind of what I'm thinking right now. If he's on the board, I want to take him, but not sure he's going to be on the board. He had a great combine, a 4.6, 440, 10.2 broad jump, 31-inch vertical, and his athleticism score was 91, which was the second highest amongst all tight ends. So Darnell Washington, man, is a great player, would be a great fit in this Dolphins offense. Do you want to draft Darnell Washington? Type D for draft or type P for pass down in the comment section. It is the pinned comment on today's video. So when ad break comes, go down, chime in. Do you want to draft Darnell Washington? S. Gazer saying, what about trading our 84th pick and adding Igbenogany in a trade to the Texans for the 73rd pick? S. Gazer, we appreciate the super chat. I appreciate the question. I just don't see a world where anybody would trade for Noah Igbenogany. I just don't think that's possible. I think Igbo's probably going to get cut because you look at the cornerback room right now. You got True Williams coming back. I just don't think there's a spot for Igbo on this team. Kurt LaPlante saying, restructure Agba. Yeah, that's a good idea. And I think that's something you have to explore. He's He's owed like what, $16 million or something next year. That contract's kind of looking rough right now. So I would certainly look at restructuring Agba's contract, try to create some cap space. We got Kavagek saying there's all this talk about drafting linemen in the second round. But I think we need to draft a running back the most. I think we draft a running back in the second and draft a lineman in the third. Thoughts? So Jahmyr Gibbs was actually mocked to the Dolphins in ESPN's latest mock draft. So that's certainly a target you're looking at. Here's my thing, though. This is a really deep running back class. You're going to have a lot of good options in the third round. I don't know if you're going to have as many offensive lineman options in the third round. You're going to have Cody Mock. You might have a guy like Matthew Bergeron. Those guys are not going to be on the board in the third round. And you re-signed all your running backs, so you don't necessarily have to draft a running back. I still think they might. And I wasn't crazy about them re-signing all their running backs. Like I said, I would have loved to have traded for Derrick Henry or Austin Eckler. It just did not happen, unfortunately. But drafting a running back second round, certainly a possibility. Speaking of that, we got Jay Ruby saying, should we draft Sean Tucker or Jahmyr Gibbs? I mean, I'm biased because I went to Syracuse, so I would say Sean Tucker. And my non-biased take would actually say Sean Tucker's probably the better prospect. And you could get Sean Tucker third round. Here's what I would say to that. Draft an offensive lineman or Darnell Washington second round, and then take a running back like Sean Tucker or Tyjae Spears third round. But if I had to choose between Tucker or Gibbs, I would certainly choose Sean Tucker, and you can probably get him third round. Shiesty Miami 305 saying, what is the possibility that the Dolphins trade for a right tackle? Jonah Williams has been linked as a possible trade target. I mean, he's played left tackle, though. So I don't know how realistic that is. I would really like Jonah Williams, though. He blocked for 2 at Bama. Probably unlikely they trade for a right tackle, but I certainly think they're going to try to sign one. They've been linked to George Fant, who would be a little bit underwhelming of a signing. Han Solo saying, what position should we prioritize in the draft? Tight end, big time. Offensive line, big time. After that, maybe defensive line, interior defensive line, and running back. Those are the 4 positions I'm looking at in terms of what positions the Dolphins should be prioritizing in this year's NFL draft. But tight end and offensive line is huge. Probably my 2 biggest positions of need when you're talking about the Dolphins. Let me know down in the comments, what position should the Dolphins prioritize in the NFL draft? Is it O-line? Is it tight end? Is it running back? Let me know down in the comments section. What position should the Dolphins prioritize in the 2023 NFL draft? Certainly some team needs on this team, but I would say a tight end is certainly up there in terms of positions that the Dolphins should be looking at here in the NFL draft. Dalton Brunson saying, could the Dolphins sign another top free agent? Depends what you mean by top. Like, I don't think they're going to have a huge splash, but are they going to sign other people? Yes, I fully expect them to sign a right tackle. Hopefully that's Cameron Fleming or Isaiah Wynn, because there's been some right tackle options linked to Miami that I'm certainly not crazy about. But yeah, they'll definitely sign other guys, but I don't think we're going to see a huge splash. Carter Jones, are you worried about the Jets? No. Next question. No, I'm not worried about the Jets. They're going to be better. Aaron Rodgers is a good quarterback, but that trade is still not finalized. Unboxing 101. $5. We appreciate the super chat. Thoughts on Tua getting his first concussion today? I didn't see this. Where'd you see that unboxing? Yeah, I think that's fake news. I certainly did not see that. Carter Reimer. Top 5 Dolphins of all time. Shoot, man. I mean, in no particular order. Dan Marino's obviously on that list. Jason Taylor's on that list. Zach Thomas is probably on that list. Larry Zonka's on that list. And, he's up there. They can't hear you. And then I would say... shoot, man. That's a tough call. Don Shula's up there. Man, I mean, Greasy's got to be up there. Bob Greasy. He's got to be up there. Bob Greasy's got to be up there, man. I mean, he was the quarterback of the 1972 team. So Bob Greasy's got to be top 5. So no particular order: Marino, Greasy, Larry Zonka, Zach Thomas, Jason Taylor. Mark Zuper's up there too. Brian Owen saying I'm too young to know the top 5. That's probably true, man. That's probably true. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. Again, we're live every Thursday. Hope you can join us for our next Dolphins Live.
All right,
5 spins. Here we go. 5 spins. 5 spins.
And,
oh, shoot.
Oh, Will,
Yeah,
relax.
We're fine.
Relax. Chad Jones, once again, the reason why we have 5 more spins. He wants a boot.
Yeah, thanks,
And-
Dave. And that was not easy.
Andrew, I just want to say thank you for going back. I did, in fact, say that I would do the boot in the suit if we got a 50, and it landed on the boot. All right, 5 more. Woo. All right, can I make it through?
Here we go. Chugs boot. Chugs boot. Chugs boot. Chugs boot.
We're good. We're good.
All right, I'll take a beer sip. That's fine.
We're good.
That's fine. I'm fine with that. 4 more.
No boot, 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 no boot.
Thank God! Oh my God, I almost died. I almost died.
Oh, dude, if it was another, that would have been great.
I almost died, Andrew.
3 more spins. 3 more spins.
3 more spins.
No boot, 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 no boot. Oh, for the first time,
You do some karaoke.
a little karaoke. Oh, I think they'd much rather hear you do some karaoke.
Oh my gosh, are the Rangers about to take the lead?
A little comeback.
All right. I hope y'all like this song.
2 more spins. While Will searches, I'm gonna do the next spin. They said lean on me. No wheel. No boot. 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 Keep on going. Keep on going. Keep on going. Keep on going. Keep on going.
Yeah!
No.
Boot! Boot in the suit! 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 Take that, Jeremy Chugs! Take that, Jeremy Chugs! Boot in the suit! 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 It happened!
I thought a small child was dying. Yeah.
Boot in the suit! 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 Go get the suit! Go get the boot!
One more spin.
Give me another boot. You're doing 2 boots if this lands on boot. And Jalen walked up to the line of scrimmage and he said to Tua Tagovailoa, "Hey, bump, bump, bump. Want to score?" And Tua said, "Yeah, I'd like to score, Dave." So he threw me the ball and I ran all the way. Bump, bump, bump. And he waddled away, waddle, waddle. And he waddled away, waddle, waddle, waddle. And he waddled away, waddle, waddle. Till the very next play. Bop, 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 bop. That was revenge. That was revenge for Jeremy Chugs. Had me do like 10 shots. You love to see it. Chad Jones, you got that right. Go get the boot. Go get the suit. Boot in the suit. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Well, I love you guys, too. I'm pretty beat. I'm not going to lie. Andrew Rossi saying, Chad F. and Jones. You got that right. Daniel D's fired up. Now, the Rangers have the bases loaded here against the Phillies. They were down 5-0. Now they're trying to take the lead. I'd be in shambles if I had Phillies money line right now. Let's not forget, though, Jacob deGrom gave up 5 runs. Let's not forget that. Sherry May saying, Chad Jones, who? Chad Jones! Bring in the justice. You got that right. That was justice for Chugs. All right, he's got the boot. Now he's going to go get the suit. He's got the boot. Here is the boot. Now let's go get the suit. Hello? This 813 number's been calling me all day. Just finally answered it. It said like potential spam. Not answering it again. That's the worst when that same freaking number keeps calling you back. Here is the boot. Jeremy Chuggs is about to go get the suit. Jeremy Chuggs is about to go get the Dolphins suit. Akil, hopefully, I fully expect the Dolphins to draft a tight end. I don't know, Andrew. That's probably what that was about, though. Oh, boot in the suit. 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 Here we go. Here we go. Chuck says if we get $20 Super J, he's putting a shot in this. Boot in the suit. Ready? Shake that fin. 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 Here we go.
No takers on the shot to the boot.
Shake that fin. Shake that fin. Here we go. A boot.
No takers?
He said $20. He'll put a shot in it. $20. He'll put some fireball in it. What is that called? Fireball in a
dirty boot.
Dirty boot. That's right. Dirty boot. Here we go. Boot in the suit is coming. Boot in the suit. Shake that fin. Shake that fin. Shake that fin. Here we go. Andy C's ready. David Storm is ready. Sherry May's ready. Daniel D's ready. The question is, are you ready, Jeremy Chuggs? Are you ready?
I think so.
Oh, it's Kevin Fisher tonight. Oh, it's Kevin Fisher tonight. Sending in those super chats. All right, we appreciate Kevin. Here we go. The shot, the fireball is in the beer boots.
I was worried about Chad, and Andrew, but now I'm.
Oh, more. Andrew Rossi once more. Andrew Rossi once more. Here we go. That's another one.
All right. Last chance before I do it. Last chance.
Got any more coming? Do we have any more coming?
I think we're good. I was afraid of Chad, but now I think I'm good.
I think you're good.
All right.
Here we go. Boot in the suit. Boot in the suit. Boot in the suit.
Rangers.
Boot in the suit.
Rangers winning now.
That's pretty crazy game. Boot in the suit.
You ready?
Here we go. Chugs, 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 chugs. Type chugs in the chat. Type chugs in the chat. Are you ready? Do you know? Drinking that boot. Here we go. Chugs, 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 chugs. Boot in the suit. 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 Hey! Boot in the suit! Way to go, Jeremy. Shake that fin. 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 Way to go, Jeremy Chuggs. Shout out Jeremy Chuggs. We appreciate Jeremy Chuggs. We appreciate Jeremy Chuggs, man. What a show. Back-to-back weeks. Back-to-back weeks. It's gotten pretty wild. All right, we got a little shot clock action here. 2 minutes on the shot clock. We get some supers. We'll stay live. Otherwise, we're going to bounce. Otherwise, we got to bounce. What a day. The wheel is still open. The wheel is still open.
It is?
Oh, my God. What a day. Chad, yes. Congrats to Chad, by the way, winning this Richmond Webb signed jersey. Chad, I have your address. This is going to be on the way to you very soon, my friend. Very soon. Very soon. Congratulations to Chad Jones. There's no one more deserving of that jersey than Chad Jones. There's no question about it.
Miami
You're not
Dolphins
kidding,
for life
Andy.
says Hennessy shots. How much for you to do a Hennessy shot?
A lot.
Should I add Hennessy shots to the wheel?
No.
Should I add Hennessy shots to the wheel?
1 minute on the shot clock. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. We're always bringing you guys Dolphins content.
Should we add Hennessy shots? Mauricio says yes.
Ryan, keeping the party
I'm
alive,
adding it to
resetting
the
the shot
wheel.
clock. Resetting the shot clock. We appreciate Ryan. Oh, Kevin Fisher, keeping the party rolling here on Dolphins Today. How about this? We'll do 20 for wheel spin now.
20 to end the show?
No. 20 for a wheel spin. Kevin just in at 20. That's one wheel spin.
Okay.
How about that? We'll put Kevin on screen in a second.
Is it
Shout out
because
to Ryan.
Is it because I added the Henny shots?
Shout out to Ryan. You added a Henny shot? Are you serious?
I added the Henny shots.
For who?
For both of us.
Oh, my God.
3 things you're excited to see in 2023.
Is this Dolphins related, Kevin? Let me know.
WrestleMania. 4 days.
I'm excited to see Vic Fangio's defense. I'm really excited about that. I'm excited to see Tua. I think it's going to be a big year for Tua. And I'm excited for the draft next month. I'm really excited for the draft. I understand we only have 4 picks, but I'm really excited about the draft because I think we're going to add some talent in the second round and third round. I really do. Kevin, we appreciate him.
All right, that's
spin the wheel. Spin the wheel. Spin the wheel. Spin the wheel.
Can I add a Tyler boot on the wheel?
No.
Tyler beer bong?
Tyler's got to drive to Houston in like an hour.
Oh.
H-Town.
Hold it down.
H-Town. I thought you were going to Houston tomorrow.
I'm going tonight.
So you're not working tomorrow?
No, I'm off.
Oh,
work
so
on
you have
Sunday?
What?
You work on Sunday?
No.
You're taking
I
two-
got a PTO day tomorrow.
you're taking 2 PTO days?
I'm using my holiday on Monday.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Here we go.
Spin the wheel.
In the wheel, big money.
Big money, big
Chugs
money.
boot. Chugs boot. Chugs boot. No, that's not fair. You put 2 shots for me back to back. That's
No,
not
I
fair.
shuffled them.
That's
I
not
shuffled
fair.
them.
That is not fair.
I
That
shuffled
is
them.
not fair.
I
That is
shuffled
not
them.
fair. That is not fair.
I shuffled them. I shuffled all of the
That
stuff
is
on there.
ridiculous.
Man up in front of you.
That is
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's freaking ridiculous. Which did you drink? You drank? Yeah, this one. Okay.
And then fins up. I don't think you ever answered my last super chat on who you think will have the most interceptions this season.
Oh yes, Jalen Ramsey. I would say Jalen Ramsey. He tied a career high in interceptions last year. I would say Jalen Ramsey.
And because we missed your super chat, we'll go ahead and spin the wheel.
Spin the wheel. Spin the wheel.
Look, I'll shuffle them again.
Shuffle them again. Good. Spin the wheel.
Will shot. Will shot.
This is a little bit ridiculous.
Will shot.
How many will shots do you have on there?
Will shot. Engaged.
You have like half of them as will shot.
No,
At
I do
least.
not. Thank you, fins up.
That's ridiculous. All right.
Start the timer.
1 minute on the shot clock.
1 minute on the shot clock. If we don't get a super chat,
That is
we're
absolutely
gonna head
insane.
out. Every 10, we're spinning the wheel.
This is absolutely insane. Half of the entire thing.
No.
Oh my gosh. Andrew, we might have to, man.
Andrew, restarting the shot clock.
Restarting the shot clock. Back in a minute. Back in a
Says-
minute.
I think we need to do call-ins on the show. By the way, spin the wheel. And then your boy, Chadrick Jones.
Chadrick Jones, man. Don't go yet. All right, Chad. We'll do a wheel spin. Andrew and Chad both in a tent, so we'll do a wheel spin. Here we go. Spin the wheel. It's completely rigged, but just spin the wheel. This is just getting ridiculous.
Oh!
This is getting absolutely
Here
ridiculous.
you go, Will. If you need some more. Gotcha.
This is absolutely absurd. This is absolutely absurd. This
Will-
is absolutely ridiculous.
Will shot. So we have a Will beer bong and a Will shot.
I cannot believe this. I
He
cannot.
can't even open the Truly.
I cannot believe this. This is absolutely out of hand.
We're going to put a minute back on the shot clock for you. 1 minute on the shot clock. Whew. God, this is great. 1 minute on the clock. 1 minute on the clock.
And here's that shot. Here we go.
Oh, 2 more. Oh, Daniel D. Our guy.
Daniel D. Hey, if you haven't done the Daniel D song yet, it's Daniel D. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba. He's a super chat MVP. It's Daniel D. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba. He's a super chat MVP. All right.
2 more.
Oh, my.
4 more. Make that 5.
How many wheel spins?
5 more wheel spins. Guys, I don't know if Will's going to be able to take it.
Why is you need to adjust this? Half of them are wheel shots.
No.
You need to adjust. There's half of them are wheel shots.
Here we go.
I wonder what this is gonna be. I just want most predictable thing.
All right, here we go. 1 more. That's a 1 wheel shot.
This
4
is
more spins.
absolutely ridiculous.
4 more spins.
I'm not doing another beer bong.
Karaoke. 3 more spins.
Boogie Wonderland.
So 1 wheel shot. If you'll take that for me, Will.
Yes.
2 karaokes?
This is so rigged.
All right,
This
2
is
more.
so rigged.
One beer bong and 1 wheel shot. And then 1 karaoke.
Willy Fins! Oh. Willy Fins!
All right, last one.
Okay. Wow, I'm so surprised.
So 2 wheel shots, a wheel beer bong. I'll go ahead.
I'm so surprised.
I'll go ahead and do the karaoke.
Okay.
I'll do the karaoke. You just owe
Cheers.
2 shots and a beer bong. I'd love to see it. Woo! God. And then you can go ahead and beer bong a little bit.
Unbelievable.
Sometimes in our lives, we all have pain. We all have sorrow. But if we are wise, we know that there's always tomorrow. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Everybody, lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on. Oh, it won't be long till Will's gonna need somebody to lean on. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on. Will taking shots all night long. That's why he's gonna need somebody to lean on.
Beautiful, Chunks. Beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, my God.
And then
Yeah, exactly, Andrew Ross. You should be a politician.
What do you mean? Aldo.
I agree with Aldo. 100% rigged. Everybody knows it's
I don't
rigged.
know. I don't know about
Everybody
that.
knows it's rigged.
I don't know about that.
Everybody knows it's rigged.
I don't know about that.
Everybody knows it's rigged. Shug's running for Congress. That wheel looks a little rigged. Yep. There's no question. You should be a politician, Shugs. You fit in well with those guys.
What do you mean?
What a joke.
What do you mean?
What a joke.
This one's for Andrew Rossi. Andrew Rossi. Andrew Rossi. It's Andrew Rossi. Put a minute on the clock, Will. Here we go.
I thought we upped it to 20. Keeping it at 10.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Will you pass me my fireball?
Thank God. Every shot
See?
from here on out, you should have to take.
No, it's not rigged. There's plenty of chug shots on there. Plenty of chug shots
Yeah,
on
like
there.
2 of those and 20 of mine.
I don't know. Well, I don't know.
Exactly, Daniel. That's
Hey, stop the
karma.
count. Oh, Willy.
Andrew, could not agree more. All right. Take the shot, Chugs. Shot.
All right, 1 minute on the clock. 1 minute on the clock. Aldo, I literally have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, Aldo. Preach.
Aldo.
Preach, Aldo. Preach.
What are you talking about?
Preach.
Aldo. What are you talking about?
Preach.
I'll go ahead and
Aldo.
spin it again for you.
Oh,
just to
I'm sure you would love to spin it again,
Just
Jeremy.
to prove it's not rigged.
I'm sure you would love to spin it again.
Just to prove it's not rigged, Aldo. Here we go.
Oh, what a shock. What a shock. Didn't see that one coming.
Will.
Didn't see that one coming
It's
at
just
all.
the luck. It's the luck of the draw.
Didn't see that coming
It's
at
the
all.
luck of the draw,
Didn't
Will.
see that coming at all.
It's the luck of the draw, Will.
Didn't see that coming. I already had it ready because I knew it was coming.
All right, 1 more minute on the clock. 1 more minute. Every 10's a wheel spin.
How about this?
It's definitely not rigged. Here, I'll remove this wheel shot for you. Here we go.
Oh, we're going to move 1 out of the 30 of them. Wonderful.
I'll remove that one. There we
Wonderful.
go. 1 less wheel shot on the board.
One
less.
less. Now there's 19 out of the 25 that are on there.
That is not true, Will. Here, I'll delete. For you, I'll delete 1 more wheel shot, okay?
Great. Now I occupy 80% of the wheel.
There we go. And
Andy,
I'll
see,
actually
I
replace
appreciate
it.
you.
I'll replace it with a chug shot. There we go.
Oh, my God.
There we go. All right, but we actually only have 20 seconds. We might actually not even spin the wheel again, Will. So there you go.
I wouldn't mind.
Only 10 more seconds left in the show. All right. Unless we get another super chat, we're gonna have to head out. Sorry, Will. We won't be able to spin the wheel
devastated.
again.
I'm devastated.
I actually did. I took off 2 of your shots. I put 2 on for me.
I'm sure you did. I'm sure
But
you
see,
did.
they don't want to spin the wheel if your shots aren't on there.
I'm sure you did.
I
Thanks for
did.
tuning in.
I did.
We will see you next week on Dolphins Live. We will see you next week. We appreciate everyone tuning in to today's show. Will Scott, the cheater, Jeremy Chugs.
Oh, boo.
We will see y'all next week. Signing
fake
off.
News Will. Fake news Will.
Cheater
Fake news
Chugs.
Will.
Cheater
Fake news
Chugs.
Will.
Cheater
Fake news.
Chugs.
You're
Cheater
fake news.
Chugs.
Fake news.
Cheater Chugs. Cheater Chugs.
I put in more chug shots. Nobody sent in a 10.
Yeah, we'll see y'all next week.
I would have spanned it
We'll
again.
see y'all next week.
Nobody wants the wheel without
We'll
you,
see
Will.
y'all next week.
Nobody wants the wheel without you.
We'll see y'all next week. Unbelievable.
Oh, God. Later, guys.